Yeah, this your boy EC22 of the FairWeather Fan Channel, man. We're in for another live podcast, man. Before we go any further, please, like always, like, subscribe, share, join the conversation, leave comments, all the above. And once again, I got my boy J-Dub in the house. What's up, J-Dub?
What's happening? What's happening? Just another beautiful day
All
up
right,
here
all
in Big
right.
Sky Country.
Yes, sir. We got an old man rocking over here. What's up, Coach D-Way?
Hey, gentlemen. Awesome. Good evening. Hope everybody's staying warm in all parts.
Well, we're doing our best to stay warm. I don't know about you guys out there. I kind of want to give a quick sponsorship, but it's not a good sponsorship. It's a negative sponsorship to Spectrum. If anybody that got Spectrum Wi-Fi, listen, there are going to be some times throughout this podcast that I may freeze up. Just bear with me. J-Dub and Coach D-Way will just take over whatever they think I'm trying to say, but just take over the conversation. I don't know what's going on with Spectrum over here in the north side of the Metroplex, but we'll get it worked out sooner rather than later, hopefully. But without further ado, if you see the title, and I meant what I said, women's basketball stole the weekend. This is supposed to have been the weekend that the NBA just sews up everything. The All-Star weekend, you know what I'm talking about. You got the whole celebrity contest. You got the Rising Stars. You got All-Star weekend with the three-point dunk contest. And then you have All-Star game on Sunday. And this is supposed to be the most dominated weekend of sports when it comes down to NBA professional basketball. And let me tell you, the women stole all the thunder about what they decided to do. And it was unscripted. They didn't plan it this way. It just happens to be that way, Starting out, man, y'all, we're going to watch a few videos because I just want to kind of give props where props is due. Starting out, man, just with women's college basketball, there was a few games that started on Thursday all the way through, I think, Sunday, what it was. But we're going to call out a few games, man. Let's take a look at, first of all, the new number one team in the NCAA. Now, I got to let you guys know, these videos are a good shout out to, what's the guy's name? They're Stunner Sports Networks, SSN, Stunner Sports Network. They're TikTok, they're on YouTube, they're on Instagram. These guys have a funny and awesome way of how they, commentate the game and the highlights. I love the way they do it. So without further ado, I'm going to play these videos. And I just want to let you guys know that there are some explicit language in here, but it's fun to watch. So let's take a look at this first clip.
As the best backcourt in the nation. From here on out, it's the number one team in the country. Show some respect. You might have to start calling Notre Dame Backcourt University or something. Let's get it started. Olivia Miles, parking lot pimping. Tell them guard up. Get it out the net. Challenge anybody stay in front of Hannah Hidalgo one-on-one. Good luck. Get to the cup, hang in the air, lay. Powerpuff Girls out there really wild. You think Hidalgo do just so tough? That Roxy something special. We ain't even got the Citron yet. Hold on, pump fake, we got a bird. Who dribble, get to her spot, midi pull up. Can literally do everything on the court. Best glue player in the country. Hold on, ball fake, we got two silly rabbits. Give me three. Get out the net. Oh, crazy as hell. Citron don't get nearly enough flowers. Best complimentary player in the country. Literally can go to any team and improve. WNBA includes. Y'all better stop playing with Sonya. Give me that. Crazy woman. Utter definition of a two-way player. Now I'm going to get a bucket. Damn, ref, she hacking. Notre Dame lock in, they get really different. West Bell said, give me that. Yo, she must have lost her mind. Good defense, but now it's time to get that bucket. Dalgo came back to the rock like a veteran receiver. Time to Citron and she know what to do with it. To the cup, lay me. Third quarter, it got real active in South Bend. Let's court to Hannah in the corner. Good closeout, but I can still see the rim. Go get it out the net. Dalgo energy is unmatched at all times. Tip pass leads to the turnover. Citron grabs the loose ball, outlet to Leah Two King. Touch pass over top to Hannah Hidalgo. Just how Coach Ivy drew it up, easy work. Third quarter, it felt like a fast break drill. Outlet to Hannah, now we got the Powerpuff Girls 2-on-1. Good luck, Hidalgo. No look to Miles. Welcome to the Showtime Irish, baby. Olivia Miles make a couple moves a game that'll really make you stand the hell up. Been under scoop, lay me smooth as butter. Pushing that pill vision like no other. Get downhill, you help, easy down. Bifocal gang dummy, it's really different. You get a bucket, but while you resting, we running. Let the Hannah in one-on-one, she see food. 5'6", biggest dog in the country. Screaming that till the cows come home. Loose ball ain't no 50-50 with Hidalgo. We right at you with it. Hey ref, we not in South Bend, I'm confused. Citron said I got a baby on me. Back door, throw it up, it's easy work. Big guard, don't ever sleep on Citron. One more for the road, just so y'all know it's Olivia, put her on a mixtape Miles. It's really something wrong with her, she might be out her mind. But that's a wrap from the new number one team in the nation.
Oh my God.
Man, so first of all, that's who we fighting. That's that kind of editing. We need to find that kind of editing.
I know, right?
Awesome.
So,
That's
man, we've been
awesome.
talking about Notre Dame squad for a minute, man. Hannah Hidalgo, man, all them girls over there, man, have been balling out of control here lately. The new number one team in NCAA. And JW, you know, I thought about something because we talked about Hannah Hidalgo being 5'7", whether her game would translate to the next level. And there's one young lady that I totally forgot about that had a decent career well, she's 5'6". This other young lady is 5'7". That's one Renee Montgomery.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot about that one too. That's a good name to pull.
But you know, she controlled the point. You know what I'm saying? She made her stamp in the WNBA. She's part owner. She was drafted by the Lynx by Minnesota. She's part co-owner to the Atlanta Dreams. She's owner as well as an executive. The only first women in WNBA to hold those two positions, to be a co-owner and executive. She handled her money right. She's doing a lot of things. We've seen her in the Unrivaled League as she's been commentating some of the games, man. So I mean, Renee Montgomery, man, yeah, she was a beast as a point guard. Short, like I said, wasn't known for scoring, but she was definitely a general on the floor.
So again, you know, I'm rooting for Hannah. I really am. But we're gonna need to see her do it against the 6-foot guards in the league on a day-to-day basis, right? So there's a bunch of under 6-foot college guards right now that are bomb. Haley Van Lith, Hannah.
Yeah.
There's a couple other girls. The girl from Arkansas who just had a big game a few days ago, but man, it's just different when you're looking at, and I'm rooting for her, and I hope I'm wrong with what I say, but Skylar is almost 6 foot, right?
Yeah.
So Skylar is the start of the Notre Dame guard factory, if that's what we want to call it.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference when you're giving up 6 to 7 inches against the person guarding you.
Yeah.
It just their arms are longer when they spread on defense. Their arms are taller when you're trying to shoot over them. So I mean, she is the bomb for sure. But we're gonna see what the bigger guard does against her in 2 years. We got 2 years to figure that out.
The one thing I like about her game is that, you know, with her being smaller, obviously defensive wise, it holds a challenge because she's smaller, right? But on the offensive wise, because unlike Renee was a fast, but Renee wasn't as quick as Hannah is. Hannah is very quick off the ball. She got handled better than Renee, and her inside floater is better. So if she get one of those 6'1", 6'2" guards guarding her, she can easily step past them. And then, of course, she's going to be looking to dish off to her bigs. But if nobody steps up in the paint, she can easily hit a floater, you know, because that's just what her style of basketball is. So with the right skill set, with the right team around her, I think she can go far.
And so I have no doubt that she can take anybody off the dribble in the next level. She can take anybody off the dribble. She can get her shot, but when the shot clock is winding down and you have to get a shot over a bigger defender, that happens a lot in the WNBA.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
So she's gonna have her struggles, and if she shows the same promise and growth that she's shown at Notre Dame, then she'll figure out a way to be better there too. Right?
Absolutely.
Muggsy Bogues, Spud Webb, but we can name all the short NBA players that figured out a way to do it. Absolutely. She's going to have to, even Chris Paul nowadays, and Chris is 6'1".
Yeah.
But if she can figure out a way to counteract her height deprivation, if I can say it like that, then she will still be a legitimate point guard. But she's gonna have to show us that she can do that. And I'm rooting for her. I want to see that. I want to see that. But as of right now, it hadn't happened.
That's right. Let's go to the next video, man. Obviously, you know, we cannot do women's basketball without going to none other than UConn.
You better go.
We're going to get to that one. Let's go UConn with Azzy Ford. Let's check her out, man, real quick.
Deserve all her flowers. Been through a lot, but real ones always bounce back. You know what they say, pressure build diamond. And AZ Fudd was shining real bright in that light. First half, she was just getting her feet wet. UConn don't got numbers, but it don't matter. Right to the Baja reverse lay. Get the layup first. Now you got the blood flow. Transition, you got to get back. Let Fudd set them feet, and you know what happens next. This is out the net. Third quarter looked like something out of a movie. Got real bloody out there. Getting the lane hits the tough runner. And Paige was out there making plays. She know what to do with it. Hand off and just getting away. She just need half a second. It's going up. Told you in transition, you gotta find Fudd. Hold on, pump fake, we got a bird. Oh, see ya later. The cup with the left, too easy. This is what you call a freshman mistake. Way to stop the rock, and under normal circumstances, I get it. Guard paid. Right now, AZ Fudd got flames coming from the tips of her fingers. Shouldn't leave her at all. Off the offensive rebound, nobody picks up Fudd. Pick out 3 ball. Get it out the net. At this point, just feed the hot hand, and she don't need much space. Another one. And we getting the Kawhi bounce. Everything's dropping. What I love about it is she kept going and going and going. Got some time to make up for. Y'all gonna get all this work. Body back on defense. AZ Fudd beats everybody to the rim. Easy leg. Was 18 in the third quarter. Hold on, jab cross. She's really in her bag. Big guard. Straight to the Baja. Lay her with the left. AZ Fudd hooping like this. UConn in the Final Four sound more and more believable. You not gonna step up, crazy woman? Go ahead, get it out the net. I ain't gonna lie, she had to miss this one just to prove she was still human. But when it's your night, it's your night. Even off the miss, she makes something happen. Rebound dime. Sarah, too strong. And 1. Stop the fight.
Oh my God. So J-Dub, when you talk about small guards, I think Izzy, I think she's up there maybe like 5'11", 6'1",
5'11", I think is what she's listed as.
Yeah. She is a beast.
She's a beast. Their backcourt is unbelievable. Their backcourt is unbelievable. But their cog of their March Madness success is a freshman by the name of Sarah Strong.
Yeah.
She's their only I'm gonna say it, legitimate post problem for other teams.
Right.
She's big. She plays like Barkley, if y'all remember back in the day.
Yeah.
Barkley was an undersized forward. She's an undersized forward. I think she's listed at 6'2". So Sarah, so between Ezzy and Paige, they got the guards locked up, right?
Yeah.
So they can score from the perimeter. But what can Sarah do against Lauren Betts? What can Sarah do against the big girl from Texas? What can Sarah do against South Carolina?
Right. And that's what they was saying. That's what he was saying in the video, saying that they're undersized and they don't have a lot of depth. But I mean, you look at those two between Izzy and Paige. Yeah, they'll get butts in the seat because it's something to go watch. Whether they win a game or lose a game, they will definitely their game will translate to the next level. So
I'm gonna speak so Coach can respond. How easy is it to get the guards to pull the bigs out? Because if they can start pulling bigs, then Sarah's going to have her way on the post.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
What you think, Coach?
Sarah, to me, can play. She didn't have to go in. I mean, she can play all over the floor and be effective. So if she's got a big guarding her, it's going to be a tough matchup for whoever's guarding her.
That's right.
I give the girl from Texas props. She's the big girl. She can play, but
I can't even remember her name. Taylor.
Yeah,
Taylor, I think is her name.
She can't stay with Sarah. She can't
no.
with her.
No,
I mean,
she can't.
If she's got to come out 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 feet in the basket and play, she's in trouble. But I want to go back for just a second to the first. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but Notre Dame and USC the first game of the year?
That sounds right. That sounds right.
Because it was at USC.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And Notre Dame upset them. And I watched that game from start to finish because I was looking forward to seeing Juju play.
Right.
And what I found myself doing is watching this Notre Dame team, and I've continued to watch them and follow them. And I'm telling you what, guys, I'm glad you played that clip because, dude, they're legit, man.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But it's getting good now. It's getting good.
The third clip is we already know it's coming. J-Dub already let it through it out. We got to throw this out here. Our girl Juju against
Michael Jordan,
at that time, the number one team in the nation, which was UCLA. Let's look it up. USC, the Battle of LA.
Watkins is a different breed, one of one, really her. The battle for LA, but wasn't no question who the queen of the city was. The bun hooping, she bring out the star. Evan Hart, Vanessa Bryant, Sanaya Lathan, even had new spark Kelsey Plum. Erica Hamby was somewhere lurking around. Red Hot Chili Peppers, rookie of the year Jaden Daniel, the one who started it all. Even legend Cheryl Miller. Let's get right to it. No easy buckets with the bun around. Give me that. The bun was all the way active early. I get it, she been a little cold lately, so you go under the first one. Go ahead, get it out the net. Wouldn't do that shit again. She got a bounce to her step. All bets is off. It's an island nobody want to be on. Mid-range master. This is to play everybody in the building realized it was gonna be one of them type of nights. Okay, y'all wanna play physical. That's cool, I play for keeps. I ain't do nothing but piss her off. Hold this face shot, get out the net. Really started to feel like she was everywhere. Give me that shit in the paint to blocking a three. Felt like it had to be two buns out there. Off the handoff, you're late and you shouldn't be. Get it out the net. Party was merely just getting started. Telling you, it's nothing like the bun in this world. Lady Mamba type work. Good defense too. Don't matter, no answer. Tried to go zone, Juju said fuck your zone. Deep in the corner, get it out the net. We still in the first half. Juju still cooking. You in transition, good luck. Get downhill, it's no answer. Lefty leg. Real life, she giving out some crazy work out there. Gotta understand 6'2" and 5'4" is a big difference. Even see that contest. Get out the net. 25 of 38 points in that first half. Can have Bun was on the same time. Ref C hacking. And one. It's my house, y'all are not welcome here. Only is she giving out stupid work. The paint is locked down. And give me that 6'7" mean nothing to me. G Rice wide open for three. Knock it down, now it's a battle for the rebound. All finds the Bun. Excuse me, now she's off to the races. 2-on-1, force the defender to make a decision. She drop off to Kennedy Smith for the lay. Let's get back to this block party. Get the time and score. Juju start wild. It's a really good cut. Give me that shit. No easy buckets out here. Way to try to close out. Strong to the basket. But give me that shit. Still ain't figured this shit out. Or really need to stop trying. Juju coming through tossing shit, man. Juju is Debo down there. Y'all need to start tucking your chain. Got so crazy. She got Nike out here forgetting how to do simple math. Only the Bun. I'm telling you, when it's your night, it's your night. It was no stopping Juju. Lost her balance, don't matter. Big guard, 6'2". Ain't gonna lie to you. What Juju Watkins was out there doing, it started feeling spiritual. They ain't want the ball bad enough. Juju did. Tell you, it went from damn Juju's doing a lot to damn Juju's doing every fucking thing. Left to right Euro, excuse me. She got LA on her back right now. Reese was the unsung hero of the game. Battling her ass off down low. Defense leads to good offense. He beats everybody down the floor. Juju head up, easy pass to Kiki for the lay. How the Trojan starting to feel. Juju help defense was A1. Give me that shit. The block, the rebound. Now we pushing the other way. Everybody else starting to look tired. Bun well conditioned. Get in the lane, forced to help, drop off down to Kiki. And what? Poof was about to come off gate. All Juju needed was for you to hold bets up for about a second. Juju was coming through with the molly walk. She literally did it all last night. UCLA was looking around like they ain't know what hit them. It wasn't a mystery.
Man, it's a whole nother animal right there.
Whoa. Whoa.
And they play again March 1st. They're the last game for each other. They are the last game of the season for each other. She is different.
Are we watching the female, the rise, female Mamba?
No, we're watching Black Jesus, the female Black Jesus. We're watching Michael Jordan in a bun. That's who we're watching.
Oh man, she did some Kobe-esque stuff out there in that clip.
And I'm not the first person to say this. I'm not trying to take credit, but if Caitlin and Angel are Magic and Bird, right? This rivalry that went back to college, Juju is Jordan. She is her. If we can say that nowadays stuff, she's her. Juju is the best women's college basketball player we've seen since Cheryl Miller, and I didn't get to see Cheryl Miller. And it was a different era, right? And, I mean, she is different. She is different. This young lady is going to change everything. My favorite comment of the whole thing, y'all heard me throw up a hands. 6'2" versus 5'4" is a different animal. That is a different animal.
Well, but that's extreme. You know, the 6'2", 5'4". You know, 6'2", 5'10" and a half, 5'11" is.
But let's go Hannah. Let's go 6'2" versus 5'6". That's still a different animal. And this young lady is not only taller than everybody, she's better than everybody. She is the best women's college basketball player we have seen in the last 40 years.
So, Jada,
best.
Absolutely. So when you looked at Hannah's when we looked at her video, the guy basically he had one. He's talking about how she had a 6'7" girl guarding her in the corner. But the girl didn't close out. She just threw her hands up, and he was like, oh, but she could still see the net. And so she busted a three on her because she didn't play close up. And it's going to be vice versa when you have a taller girl with the ball versus a younger. You got to get and close that distance. No matter who you're guarding height-wise, you got to learn to close that distance. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And in both situations, 6'4", like you say, 6'4" versus that little girl with Juju, for whatever reason, they didn't think Juju was going to hit this shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, was it a bad closeout or just lack of disrespect on Juju's part? I don't know.
All the above. All the above. The thing that coach has heard me say in the last 2 months, that I've been talking college or women's hoops with him. My favorite thing about Juju isn't that she can score, isn't that she can handle the rock, isn't that she can pass. It's that she takes on the hardest defensive position against the other team. I love this young lady because we don't see that anymore. Caitlin doesn't guard the hardest girl. Hannah doesn't guard the hardest girl. Kelsey doesn't guard the hardest girl. She wants that assignment. She wants that work. She wants that smoke, whatever we want to say in today's lingo. Juju Watkins is about to change everything in the next 4 years.
Thanks.
And what is expected from a college guard in women's basketball is changing because of her. She is changing what we expect these young ladies to do. And it's warranted. Man, she is ridiculous. And somebody can correct me. I think the game before this game, I think she had a bad game. I think she only scored like 12 points.
Yeah,
she was
off. She was off.
And
yeah.
she was like 6 for 22 from the floor or something like that. But she wanted to let everybody know, including us nonsense podcasters, that was enigma. That was not the going rate of what she's available to do. She is phenomenal. I don't know who's going to get the first pick in 2 years, but that team is automatically a title contender.
You're talking about a sweepstakes. We saw the Caitlin Clark sweepstakes, but this one right here is going to be way better than Caitlin Clark. It's going to be way better than Maya Moore, way better than Candace Parker coming out, way better than a girl down in Phoenix, Brittany Griner. This is going to be, I mean, you talking about celebrities. It's going to be like the LeBron James leaving Cleveland, going to Miami.
That's
She's
exactly
going to be able
what
to
it is.
control her own. She's going to have her own TV show, news channel. It's going to be crazy.
Whoever signs her needs to sign her to a 10-year contract from the jump.
Absolutely.
From the jump.
Man, hey, what else can I say? She had Jaden Daniels in the house, man. I mean,
man,
what
she's bringing stars.
What else needs to be said? She had JD in the house.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out how did Sanan Lathan and Vanessa Bryan get cool. I mean, golly, they were hanging out.
That was weird.
I'm like, okay. I mean, but the real deal was the fact.
Jay, we lost him.
Yeah, brother, it's all good. I mean, listen, women's basketball is in great hands. Great hands. Between the 5 or 6 girls that we can all name in college, between the 5 or 6 ladies that we can all name that's already in the W, the sky is the limit. And these ladies are fixing to show the world that they are ballers. We've gotten past the mediocrity, and now we have enough legitimate ballers that these young ladies are fixing to show everybody that we can ball just like y'all can ball.
Yeah, and speaking of balling, you talking about let's take a look at the semifinals of the Unrivaled League. Let me pull this up real quick. And once again, my guys at a Stunner Sports Network, let's take a look at this. Here we go.
Some bread on the line, as y'all see. They giving out money to the teammates of the winner. 200 bands, it's time to get active. First game, we had a Goomba Wale versus Leah Edwards. But Wale gave her the grown woman bump. Excuse me, it's money on the line. That ain't do nothing but wake Leah Edwards up. Said, you want to bang? Let's do that then. Refs was with the movement too. It's money on the line. Y'all handle that. It ain't a clear hack. We ain't calling it. And Leah Edwards went out there and showed a lot of people what she really bout. Very versatile forward in this league. Goomba Wale was playing physical as hell. He said, you doing all that banging, I'm giving out fades. And she hit her with the straight blow by. I realize how mobile Leah Edwards is. When we really get to this nitty gritty, Leah Edwards said, you just way too small. All I gotta do is walk you down, get to my spot, finish strong. Leah Edwards said, count that. Rike said, time the fuck out. This is not how this was supposed to go. Leah Edwards wasn't playing no games either. On deceleration Euro. Smoked it, but don't worry about nothing. I'm right back up with it. That's game. Now we got Fee taking on Azarae Stevens. Fee said, I started this shit. I gotta get to the finals. Step through bucket. Too easy. I ain't gonna lie. Fee had her on this island and there wasn't nothing she could do about it. He said, if I get to any of my spots, it's a bucket. He wasn't playing around at all. Finna take you to this post, hit you with all type of footwork. footwork. You can stop it, go ahead, but you can't. Step through off glass, that's tough. Make it look easy. Real life, every play we go into the same spot. Spin back fade is big feet. She really one of them ones. At this point, she really wasn't even shooting three. Time to get to these finals. I'm done playing with you. We got Fee versus Aaliyah Edwards, 200 bands on the line. Shit, I'm going back to what's been working versus everybody. Footwork, step through baseline, it's crazy work. Leah Edwards ain't back down from shit whole time. Attacking Fee like everybody else. Strong to the cup. Yeah, Leah Edwards got some real work. Hold on, cross. Now you off balance, bump. Excuse me. See you later, easy lay. Stop playing with Aaliyah. Shout out Unrivaled, bro. This was real smoke and I love it. Feet, chicken wing, watch out. Right into the midi pull up. Let's get active. These games going to 8. You can't mess around at all. Promise this ain't no replay. We just getting to her same spots, muscle memory. Edwards said I came all this way. It's not going to be that easy. Straight to the cup and one. It was basically next bucket wins. Yeah, Edwards said I'm straight to the Baja. Strong. I'll take game 1. Now feed back against the wall. Best of 3, but Aaliyah Edwards up 1-0. He said enough of the shenanigans. It's my league. I can't go out like that. I'm giving out fades from here on out. Whole time Aaliyah Edwards had no back down in her. Fee, I know you one of the best, but that don't mean shit on this island. Turn around, fade, tough. I know you think I just want to bang, but don't back up. Midi pull up, now I can smell the money. But Fee, back against the wall, said no mas. I promised my daughter the new Barbie dream house. We gotta get this chicken. Go ahead, swing that, my boy. It's time to go to work. Pump fake, see you later. Fee, attack it to the cup, strong, easy lay. Remember, Fee down 1-0, she gotta win 2 games in a row. Tied at 4, Fee said right about now I need 3. Go ahead, get it out the net. 7-4, game to 8. Fee just need 1 point. She said, let me get to that line. And don't worry about nothing. At that line, you know what it is. Count. We 1-1, bread on the line, game 3. Fee said, don't ever count me out. It's money on the line and I need all that. That's 2-0. This is when I knew Nafisa was really on a mission. Lost the ball, but she said, I'm still in my spot. Easy money. That's 4-0. Fee said, you've been cooking way too much this tournament. I can't even let you see the rock right now. Spin back fade. That's money every time. 6-0. And don't worry about a damn thing. We finna get her out of here nice and smooth. Everybody know what's coming too. Post up right to the midi fade. It's been real, people, but run me my money and let's go home. Where my baby at? What you wanted? The Barbie dream house? All right, we out.
I love it. J-Dub, what you got?
Bro, I didn't want to go first, but I will, and I'll take up all the time if I need to. First of all, we all know, the 3 of us know, Nafisa Collier is the best basketball player in the WNBA,
Fact.
right? The only person who has an argument against her is Asia Wilson, and I'm not gonna sit here on a pedestal. They are the best 2. Let's say that, okay?
Yeah.
But let's talk about Aaliyah Edwards.
Yeah.
A rookie won the first game, beat Breonna Stewart 12-0.
Yep.
Okay. And lost to the best player in the W. So this is the win. I know Queen Fee gets the money and she should, and she's the best player and she's the founder of the league, yada yada yada. But Aaliyah let people know, right? If Washington can put one more piece around her, this girl is the deal.
And J-Dub, look, not only did she knock off Brianna, you talking about a number 1 seed, she also knocked off Arika Ogumawale, which was another number 1 seed.
Yeah.
So she went against 3 number 1 seeds in this league and got all the way to the final. I mean, the girl is a beast, man. Yeah.
The girl is a beast, and she uses her body. I like how she positions herself. I like that she. I know it sounds so stupid, but those of us who played basketball, especially as women's basketball is evolving, you want to be a wide base, and she's a wide base. She kicked it out there to the ref, and the ref kicked it back to her, and she's all 5. She's a starfish, right? No, so Queen Fee is the best player in the W. I know Asia gets the MVPs because Asia's got some inches on her, and that makes it easier for her to score and get rebounds. But Fee is the most skilled player. And Aaliyah Edwards just let her know, another UConn grad, Gino, let her know, hey, I'm coming for your position. And we're about the same size, so you better enjoy your bell curve arc before I take my bell curve arc from you. No, it was incredible. I loved every bit of the one-on-one tournament.
And breaking down the semifinal between Arika Ogumawale and Aaliyah Edwards, Arika just, her shots wasn't falling because she knew the only thing she could do over old girl is shoot, and her shot just wasn't falling. She tried her best to play some defense. She grabbed her, she fouled her, but obviously, she ended up giving away a point because she fouled her back-to-back time. That was some right. So I guess that was part of the rule set that she wasn't aware of. But she tried the best she could, and the only thing they could go for was a shot. She just couldn't hit her shot. But you're talking about tired. when this girl is straight backing you down and you got to guard them, the girls out there gas. And then give shouts out to Ezra Stevens for making it against Fee all the way to the semifinals. And Ezra Stevens, her game has came a long way, but she have learned to use her size. When she first came into the league, her footwork wasn't quite.
So, and Ezra Stevens, I'm as part of my as the season gets closer, my favorite team right now is going to be the Sparks. Ezra Stevens is part of that. Ezra, Cameron, Ray Burrell,
and they just got your girl,
Kelsey Plum.
Just got Kelsey
it's
Plum.
Gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. I'm all in for LA.
But going back to Ezra Stevens real quick before I go out on Spectrum again. Listen, her footwork. She needs to work on her footwork, because if you watch the game between those two, Nisa played up on her, didn't give her no space, and her footwork just wasn't there. She kept picking the ball up too early before she got to her spot, and at that point she was in no man's land. She shot a lot of air balls because it's only a 7-minute shot clock. So she was forced to throw the ball up. And so Fee just got all in her head and she didn't score not 1 point. She tried her best, but man, that was a crazy game. The finals, you saw it right there between those two. Edwards took the first game, and then Fee just said, it got to a close game the second game. Then the third game, it was 8-0. So,
it was 8-0 again.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Fee is the best player in the WNBA. She is by far.
And did y'all see that little all-star weekend match between the Aces and the Wings? They had Chelsea Gray, Mama Gray, with Jackie Young versus Arika Godwale
on the celebrity game.
It wasn't a celebrity game. It was actually just a 2-on-2 competition for $20,000.
I didn't see that one.
It was good. These women, they came out there to play, but they wasn't really taking it that serious. But at the end, it was a good game. It was Arika and our new member Dejanay Carrington, new member to the Wings, is Rika and Dejanay versus Chelsea Gray and Jackie Young. And then they had Asia Wilson doing the in-game commentating. Boy, I tell you, she was made for that. You talking about women's basketball. I didn't realize she was that hilarious, man. She controlled the crowd. She made it much enjoyable to watch. She kept trying not to be biased to her teammates and stuff like that. But end of the day, the Dallas Wings ended up winning that game. They came back and stole that game. So that was fun for the 20K. That was pretty fun for them. Just the money they've been passing out to these women. I love it.
So the question is, and we can debate this, is where is that money coming from? Is that money coming from sponsors? Is that money coming from viewership and ad sales? Is that money coming from, so I hope it's coming from sponsors, because that's how the league will grow, right?
It's all coming from sponsorship.
Okay, good.
Especially with all the sponsorship they have at Unrivaled, and then the sponsorship for the WNBA for the All-Star Weekend. I think State Farm sponsored that particular event, as they do a lot of the women, because Asia Wilson is a part of State Farm, just like Caitlin Clark is. So they've been really, the sponsorship has really, really taken a liking to the WNBA. And just, because they heard. The women cried out and said they need more money, and it wasn't like they were asking for $20 million a year for each player. You know what I'm saying? So, and they're going to get that.
I was just looking at an ad not long ago, probably last week. The sad thing is that the viewership spiked in week 1 and week 2, and it's been on a steady downfall ever since then. Yeah. So they have to find a way to keep people tuning in. I don't know what that is. I'm not smart enough to know the answer to that.
For which one? For the Unrivaled League?
For Unrivaled. It spiked at week 1 and 2, and it's been downhill ever since, and it hasn't ever started going back uphill.
And the reason why is because you can watch it post. You can watch it post program like on YouTube.
That has something to do with it too,
right? Because the days they come on, you still got to compete with the NBA and stuff like that. Because a guy like me, I watch them. I never get a chance to watch them live, but I do get a chance to go back and I'll watch it. I'll go pull up those networks and I'll watch it. So they get a lot of social media attention. So even though the viewership is down, but the attention is still there. So that's a good thing.
But the only way to get them paid is to find a way to watch them live. That's what I'm saying. Advertising and marketing has to be at the forefront, right? So we have to be able to choose them over the NBA, choose them over the NFL, choose them over everything, and then they can sell their ad space for more, and they can spread that money around more. It's still the same problem.
Right. But and that it will. If I hope eventually within the years come, it will change. But the one thing I love about the rival league, this is more like a appetizer for what we got next. Once the guys over with, so if you get a chance to watch them real time or get a chance to watch them on social media, now you're geared up for when the season do start. Because now you're more familiar with these women's names. You've seen them play 1-on-1. You see them playing 3-on-3, and so when the women start. I believe that the viewership of women, because they don't have to compete with anything else other than baseball, and they come on different days. I think the viewership will be up this coming season.
And during the worst days of baseball, as a baseball fan, the only days I want to watch the beginning and I want to watch the end. The part that nobody wants to watch is from June to August.
Right.
So that's when the WNBA happens. Coach D-Way, is that right?
Oh no, I mean you guys are spot on. I'm enjoying it. I just want to circle back around and talk another second about Aaliyah Edwards.
Yeah.
Everybody on the planet knows that my favorite professional basketball player in the world is Fee. Okay.
Yeah.
For so many reasons, and J-Dub's he's gonna tell me, I can say thank you to him at any time now. So, but let me tell you something. Aaliyah Edwards. She's 22, and she hasn't even scratched the surface yet.
Yeah.
With what I think she's going to be able to do with her talent and her body and her size.
Oh yeah.
And the growth that she's going to have, and she's going to be so good, guys. I mean, and I like what J-Dub said. That at some point in time she will catch down the road Fee and pass her. As Fee, as Fee rides out to the sunset someday, but man, she could ball, dude.
Oh yeah,
and she's what I would call that was a big stage, playing what a lot of people say is the greatest player in the game right now, and she took her down to the wire. So man,
won the first game, put her back against the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing I love about this particular, because people like Lexi Hall got to shine doing this one-on-one. I didn't think Lexi Hall was going to actually get in a one-on-one competition, but she got in, and people got a chance to see her skill set. People got a chance to see, like I said, Aaliyah Edwards, who a lot of us, well, not a lot of it, but most people didn't know her name going throughout the whole Unrivaled, and definitely didn't know her name in her rookie season. But now you know her name. And this is what this league is intended to do, to get those people out there, because we know the Breanna Stewarts, we know the the girl from Phoenix, can't keep the anyway, the tall girl from Phoenix, Brittany Griner, we know that, we know Fee, we know like I said, Fee, we know Arika Gumawale, most people do. If you live in the Metroplex, you do. Those who don't, she's a beast, right? So I mean, but these ladies get a chance to shine, so I love it. And so what we talked about earlier, all what we just showed NCAA happening from Thursday on throughout the weekend, the Unrivaled weekend, and then how they had their one-on-one tournament. All the energy was surrounded around that. They made primetime news to support it. Then we got the All-Star weekend. Coach, did you get a chance to see any of the All-Star weekend?
Yeah, it was not. To me, it wasn't very exciting. It was. I mean, it was all over the map. It was all over the place.
It's Matt McClung making it relevant.
Yeah.
He's the only one making it interesting right now.
They're and my age is getting ready to show. They're really starting to slow. Not that they don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt them any, but old school guys like me, that I'm really starting to lose a lot of respect what that league's doing, and we've heard J-Dub harp on it, how it's not even any fun to watch anymore because it's a 3-point shooting contest, and I know what I'm gonna be watching. I have to pick between WNBA and NBA. I mean, for what I think is the best bang for my buck.
Yeah.
So I didn't like any of it. So I want to hear y'all talk.
So y'all asked me if y'all either agree or disagree with this statement, and I've been saying this for some years now. the WNBA, I mean, the NBA still has athleticism. They still have a showmanship you want to watch. They still have a lot of supreme skill set, and they make a lot of money doing it. That's what they've been doing for decades. So this is what we're used to. But I think also, other than the Angel Reese and the Caitlin Clark, introduction to the newest people to the WNBA or women's basketball, what I think is happening once people actually turn it on, because that was the biggest issue I kept talking to people. It's just not fun to watch because of the skill set. But I think once people actually turn it on, they remind themselves why they fell in love with basketball in the first place. Because the normal human being can't do what NBA players do. We can't go jump over the rim. We can't come out of level with a 10-foot rim. When we go out and play basketball, some of us, some of you guys may still be able to dunk, but me, I'm getting older and I can't dunk anymore. So we play below the basket, whatever. And so that's what we like to see. So we see the game. It translates different in our mind. Watching the guys, they become superhuman to us, but then they let us down. They say, don't believe in your heroes, don't meet your hero, because they let us down. The women, they show us the game that's played on every level. You know what I'm saying? And we love it. They love it. They play for
Go ahead, Jay.
No, I agree with everything he's saying. The problem is that NBA players are so talented. They are so good at what they do. They are so athletic that they all have come based on analytics to the same mind frame that this is the best way to win games. Okay? The WNBA, each team has its own identity. Right? We're going to work the ball down low. We're going to work the ball to our small forward. We're going to work the ball to our guards because they're our best bet to win. So there's an identity that we can associate with, where every NBA team, the identity is the exact same. If we can't get a layup, we're going to get a three-pointer. Because they are so talented, and I am not tripping. I am not being mean. I'm not hating on them.
Yeah, I get you.
They are so good. This is why I was just having a conversation at work with somebody about why we can't have a one-on-one tournament in the NBA, because whoever gets the ball first is going to win. They're not going to miss a shot. Okay? Right. But at least every WNBA team has an identity. They can work through different first option, second option, third option. Do we have a good big? Can we work through her to get her 35 touches a game? Do we need to get our guard, 15 to 20 shots a game? So it's just everybody's the same. Everybody's the same in the NBA. And in the WNBA, we get to choose different people.
Jay, did you see that? Here comes again.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm talking. I get to pontificating.
No, you good. I just I got some comments coming.
Yeah,
in.
That's right. Yeah, Jonathan G. I get it.
He's out. Also, yeah.
And so I applaud, and I still watch the All-Star game. My fondest memories are watching All-Star games of the NBA. I still watch it, and I applaud the NBA of trying to find a way to make it more competitive. It ain't been competitive since Stephon Marbury and Allen Iverson brought the East back from down 13 in the fourth quarter, whatever year that was, 2004. That's the last time that we saw heart and soul. And so they're trying to find a way, and all the ways they have tried have failed. Yeah. But I applaud them for still trying new things. But I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, the only thing worth watching, I watched the whole thing because that's who I am, is Chris Paul and Victor Wembanyama trying to skirt the rules of the skills competition. And Mac McClung being, man, Mac is a weird story because we've been knowing about him for too long because of social media. And he held the dunk contest together, right? Mm-hmm. I don't need, as an all-star fan, I don't need you to blow my mind every dunk, but I need you to make every dunk. I want you to make the first one. Right.
So let's talk about it. So let's go back and talk about the skills challenge. Is it really a skills challenge for what we saw? I mean, just the format of, is it really, because you got people like Draymond in the skills challenge. Is it really a skills challenge? I don't know.
So we're questioning the skills of people who get paid millions of dollars to do these simple skills. Can you make a bounce pass and a layup? I mean, who can do it the best? Does it matter when we're net cutting seconds off of the time? I mean, I enjoy it because I'm me and I
Yeah.
like that type of stuff. But no, it's not a skills challenge. Y'all, I mean, again, I think Chris Paul and Victor Wembanyama won. I'm sure Chris, as the NBA Players Association president, read the rules repeatedly. And anywhere in this rules, I'm sure it said if you miss 3 shots at this spot, you can move on. So he found a way that's going to change the rules next year. Somebody's going to say in good faith. It's going to say in good faith. But no, the skills challenge is ridiculous. You should have to make that shot. Whichever, ever many shots you have to take, 3, 10, 20, you should have to make that shot. That would make it a skills competition.
And see, that's what when it first came out, that's what it was. 'Cause I remember Steve Nash winning that first one, and you had to make that shot. And then it got to the point to where nobody was finishing because the people that would get into the competition wasn't making that shot. So they just got it to where, okay, you're going to just at least take 3 attempts and then move on to the next one. And they was only worried about speed. So that's where they lost me. If you're going to have a skill competition, it has to be where you can make a bounce pass, make a 3-point, make a free throw in the fastest time, not just put up 3 shots and move on. I like they dumb down the skills just to get through it. I don't know. It's fun to watch, but it's really not a skills challenge. I'm with you on that, JD.
I just kept waiting for Kendrick Perkins to show up in some shorts and some high tops and put on a dribbling expedition for us, man. That's what I kept waiting to see, man.
That's what we should see. Give me Steph Curry's warm-up routine. Who can do that the best?
Exactly.
That's the skills competition.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So it has the 3-point competition became the best part of the weekend. Outside of Matt McClunky, because he was there for the last 3 years.
I don't even know how to say what I want to say. I wish the 3-point competition was only allowed to be for people who get to play 25 minutes a game. I don't care about the guy who's the 11th man, who is a great shooter, but he can't do anything else. But give me 6 starters. Give me 6 starters. Who can shoot the best out of those people, right?
Yeah.
So give me back to when it was, y'all remember when, what's the cat from Chicago who won it 3 years in a row? Craig Hodges. Give me players who get minutes in this competition. I don't want to see the guy who just shoots all day long in the gym by himself. Yeah, blend them together, right?
Absolutely. That's
I don't
good.
know how you do that.
Find a way. I don't like the fact that because you got guys, you got all sitting on the bench, and then the first guy to go, he's not going to put a bunch of effort. And so I think they need to go back to the old day to where you have 2 guys on each side of the court. They're going, and then the other guys that's in the competition, they're in the locker room. They don't get to see what's going on. They don't know the score when they come out. So you got to come out and play blind. You got another person other than on the court that you're going with. And then the other guys don't know what's going on. You play that way, that'll boost up the competition because guys sitting over there, they're not taking it serious. Then they get mad when, now you got to go out there and score 24 shots. And now you're like, oh, my God, if you don't know, you don't know. You compete the way you need to compete. What did you say in receiving pass? So what?
Yeah, you got to take 5 off the pass. Right?
Yeah.
And 5 of them have to be a bad pass. You have to catch it low or catch it high and reset, right?
Yeah, so bring somebody in that an assist guy. Yeah, real game situation. Yeah, and are they taking too many shots for 3 or do you think they're taking too many shots?
I think they're good. I think 25 shots is still good. Again, we just got to find a way to make them want it more. Because go back to Larry Bird, go back to Craig Hodges, go back to Mark Price. Yeah, these people wanted to prove that I could shoot better than you.
Yeah.
Now it's just the 3 of us going out there to see. Who can make the most? No, I want to prove that you're beneath me. How do you bring that competition mindset back? And I think the NBA is trying, but they're failing. So keep trying.
It's how to motivate a millionaire. These guys, they get into it, but really not into it.
That's a great name of a book.
I know, right? So what's really wrong with the dunk contest outside of Matt McClunky? For 3 years, he has saved the dunk contest. Now he said in this one that he may not come back, but the fans are obviously going to try to troll him to get him to come back. But what's wrong with the dunk contest?
What's wrong is that we can't name the names. Tell me 2 of the names other than Matt who did it. I can't even tell you the San Antonio Spur who ended up in the final. and the Chicago white boy who's from Europe, I can't tell you his name either.
Well, it just goes back to if you're not an all-star, if you don't get chosen by the fans to be an all-star, then you shouldn't be in the dunk contest. But whatever.
Yeah.
It's everybody's afraid to lose, and we're not going to get into a LeBron James conversation, but the couple years that he said he almost did it, that he didn't want to enter it and lose. And you have to be willing to lose to be great. If you want to be great at something, you have to be willing to be bad at the same thing. Okay? So Mac, man, and Mac's story is a whole nother thing too, because he's been a G League MVP and scoring leader, but he can't find a spot in the NBA. So that's a whole different topic. But we can't name them. If you can't name them, then why do we care? Right?
So if you take a middle school kid that is a basketball kid and he's a pretty good player and he follows the NBA and he goes to the 3-point contest or he goes to the dunk contest with his dad and mom, is he going to be that into it if he doesn't even know the majority of those guys out there?
And all that started. So all that, I'm not going to say started. It ended with Vince, right? So I want y'all to think about the Vince, the dunk contest.
Yeah.
Steve Francis and Tracy McGrady win in any other year.
Facts.
They are the winner in any other year.
Especially Steve Francis with his height. Yeah.
Man, the one where he caught it behind his head, and I mean, it was crazy. So since that dunk contest, no stars have entered and lost. Okay. Right. We have Blake Griffin entered and won. We had Dwight Howard and Nate Robinson's a couple years in a row, yada, yada, yada. So
Zach LaVine, who stole one from Gerald Green. I remember that one.
Zach LaVine was the bomb. I think that's the only robbery is that him and Aaron Gordon didn't split that second one that Zach got, right? But so you created this system where you created this environment where the stars don't want to get judged by their peers and lose.
Yeah.
So how do we get rid of that? And I don't think there is a way to get rid of that. I think
what is that?
Just like Jonathan G. Yeah. Just like Jonathan G said, it is a little bit outdated. Yeah. Not because of the game, but because of the social standing that is thrust upon you when you enter this competition.
Yeah. So going back to the comment about LeBron James saying that he didn't want to lose, this is what irks me sometimes about LeBron James is that it's the Sprite commercial for me. During the time he's saying he don't want to enter to the dunk contest, he goes on to do a Spice commercial where I have yet to see a double windmill. He does a double windmill flat-footed, from like the dotted line in the Sprite commercial. Then he did a flat-footed 540, whatever the half 360 and a half, 580, whatever that was. From flat foot. Never seen that done, into all that type of stuff that he can do, but yet those two dunks would have won him hands down a dunk contest because we've never seen them done. And now,
but how do we feel? But how do we feel about him if he misses those? Right? If he can't pull those off in front of the stage, how do we feel about him? And he doesn't want to know how we feel about him. He's afraid to do that and us judge him harshly. And I'm not saying that's wrong. Yeah. I'm not saying that's wrong. But that certainly diminishes what you're capable of.
Well, we're here. Most dunks that people miss are the dunks that they either come out of their hand or someone else is throwing to them, right? In the double windmill, he has the ball. He just running the dump from the dial line and swinging one hand, the other hand, he can make the dunk. And in the 540, it's it's flat-footed. You know what I'm saying? So he can make those dunks because it didn't look that hard in the Sprite commercial. I know, and you get multiple takes. Now I know he can make those, right? But I think it has. He say fear, and that could be his reason. I don't know why he would be afraid, but this is what the fans wanted. He did an interview this past weekend saying that he has regret that he didn't do it, and I'm like, okay, because that does mark the legacy because now you start wanting to be compared to Jordan and stuff like that who've done it. So I think that's
especially in the year after. I don't remember what year it was. Somebody can correct me. Especially in the year after they gave him open court to dunk at the end of the game. And he said, I'm unofficially putting my name in the dunk contest for next year. I want to say that was like 2005 or 6 or whatever. But again, none of these people want to be embarrassed on live television. And you have to be willing to be embarrassed to be great. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Coach, it's a contest. We get it. It's a contest. But remember, we're talking about giving out a trophy and a couple $1,000s to a millionaire. If they take out, see, these guys, they forget that when we watched it, when Jordan, it was a contest, but it was more so the entertainment to the fans, showing the fans the dunk. When the early days of the dunk contest, it's just the greatest dunkers showing us their dunks. And then you crown the winner just for the crap of the competition, right? Not just saying this.
You there, Jay?
Go.
So, I mean, it kind of reminds me of, I think back to the glory days of the Harlem Globetrotters. People went to those games because they were entertaining. They didn't go those games to see those guys make every shot and be perfect and be great. They went there to be entertained.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
And so I hope y'all are picking up what I'm laying down here.
Yeah.
When it comes to the 3-point contest or the dunk contest or whatever you want to call it, they want to be entertained. I'd love to see the fans vote on the top 10 people that they want to see, and they do a round of knockout. Let's play. You vote on it. Let's vote on
one
it.
Opportunity, one chance.
Yeah,
go.
Yeah. You play knockout with the 10, whoever gets voted into that.
Yeah.
And let's see what happens on it. You know,
and I'm trying to figure out, why is it when you can play a regular game, in game, and you come in and you do a lean and you dunk on somebody's head, all of a sudden that makes top news for the next 15 weeks. But you do that same dunk in the dunk contest, you getting all zeros. I don't understand it.
Exactly.
Oh, I do, because the defense matters, right? The polarization matters, right? So me doing it over you makes it look better than me just doing it in a layup line, right? I understand that for sure. But my point is, so we remember Jordan, we remember Neek, we remember, who are the other all-stars? Kobe. But the reason why I know Larry Nance's name is because he won a dunk contest.
Yeah.
The reason why I know Kenny Skywalker's name is because he won a dunk contest.
Yeah.
The reason youngsters know Cedric Sabalas and
Kendall Gill.
all these, that D Brown is D Brown.
That was
right?
D Brown. Yeah, not Kendall Gill. Yeah, that was D Brown. Yeah.
I mean, Sean Kemp in his years to almost make the final. So
it
used to be an art. It used to be something that we could hang our hats on, and now it's something that we don't want to lose. And I'm not smart enough to know how to fix that mindset. Right?
I do. I'm gonna say, so I'm in the show with this, or we can keep the conversation going. I didn't like the format of the All-Star game, right? As far as the semifinal situation, but there's one thing I did like about the format, and it was simple that they brought in the skills kids. I mean not the skills, but the
rookies, the youngsters. So again, I know you just froze up. The thing I applaud the NBA for doing is trying to find ways to keep people interested. And they haven't found the right answer. They haven't, but they still keep looking. So that's what we're going to keep applauding.
Hey, what do y'all think about in addition to maybe a trick shot? No dunks, no 3-point shots, a contest where it's just all trick shots.
Like trick shots from the layup or trick shots from 30 feet?
Trick shots from anywhere on the floor.
Oh, I got you.
I mean, if you want to be a Medlark Lemon, instead stand out there in the corner of the half court and shoot a hook shot and or whatever. I mean, or you could bring in
Billy Ho from half court hook.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember? There was a dunk contest that was on ESPN, like ESPN 3 or something like that, way back in the early part of 2000s, to where this all these kids do. They weren't the street ballers that we saw in one mixtape. Some of them overlapped in one, but the other were just street ballers, and they came out. I remember one of the guys his name was High Jump. I forgot his real name, but that was fun. And so and Mac McCunkley, he's an NBA player, but G League player, but he lived his life for dunking. That's his skill set. And so that's why he's able to do the stuff that he do. NBA players, they live their life to win championships and to make teams and to be a superstar on the roster. So they get paid millions to do it. So they have a lot to lose when they're out there putting their body on the line, trying to defy gravity. You know what I'm saying? Because they have to be careful. They don't want to injure their career by trying to just do a simple dunk, right? So if you would just take all the NBA players out of it, say, let's go. There are YouTube cats out there. They're in these gyms. Bring them and say, you know what? Forget the NBA players. Let's do it for the love of the sport. Bring these guys in from YouTube. Pay them $50,000 to $100,000 in a competition, and I guarantee you will see a dunk contest for your tail.
Dude, you'll see some. It'll be crazy, dude. It'll be crazy.
Yeah,
it'll be different. It'll be different, and it's not a bad idea. Maybe after a few years, the NBA players try to start proving that they're better than Z-Man. Kevin Hart was annoying, and I love Kevin Hart, but
he was annoying.
Stand him.
It's overrated.
The problem is, me personally, I don't want to see professional dunkers dunk in the NBA All-Star Game dunk contest. I want to see the greatest NBA players dunk in the NBA All-Star. So hopefully, so let's keep going with your little line of reasoning, EC. Let's say that for 2 or 3 years they use these YouTubers and these professional dunkers. Maybe the NBA players want to prove that they're better, and we get Zions and we get, Giannis's and we get the superstars. But I mean, obviously there are people who can dunk better than NBA players because that's all they do. You want to talk about 2 balls between your legs, behind her back.
Right.
I flipped it behind my back and made it before I caught it and dunked it. But I want to see what the league can give me.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to fix that other than these grown men need to quit being scared to lose. That's my whole thing. Still.
And that's what happened with the All-Star game. Because you had that second game, the first game, you had the 2 teams. You had Kenny versus Chuck, and then that game was just terrible. The guy was out there just barely playing, and Chuck team ended up winning. Then you had Shaq and Candace. Candace was over the Rising Stars guys, and that was the better game of all the.
That was the best game of the night.
What Dame literally said, we did not want to lose to these young guys, and I'm like, it's y'all fault for putting yourself in this situation.
Thank you.
Because the young guys wanted to come out and play. So they put them boys back up
that aura. How do we spread James' aura, right?
Exactly.
And I don't know how. I'm not smart enough to figure the answer to this one out.
You keep challenging him. You keep saying, if you guys don't want to do it, we'll go another route. To force you guys. Because I remember when And1 was on the boom, when everybody was watching And1 mixtape. Now you got Kobe Bryant and all these other guys going to Rucker Park trying to prove they can really play basketball because And1 was on the field, risking their basketball career to play on the outside court. Because their egos wouldn't let them live it down. Now you got NBA players playing at Lifetime Fitness, Sky Harbor in Chicago, because they cannot let their egos. You see all these guys going internet famous for playing basketball. And so at some point they will challenge themselves. So the NBA needs to say, you know what? We pick up what internet is pulling down. Let's go ahead and just challenge you guys. You know what I'm saying?
I think we need more egos.
Exactly. This whole format was the NBA players' fault. They're looking for ways. I mean, even the players complaining about the breakage of the play. After 15 points, they go into a commercial. They go into all this Kevin Hart antics and stuff like that because y'all are boring the people. You guys sit there and watch 2 hours. You guys play around and turn the ball over 100 times. Like, that's not fun. So there has to be something. They're trying their best to make the most of the weekend and for the fans who paid all their money to go there, I mean, so I just, watching E40 and Too Short and In Vogue doing their thing, that was probably the best part of the whole All-Star weekend, that whole little concert. So that was great.
That's great. But we should only have that at halftime or before the game. Again, though, I think they're trying. I give them credit for trying to find an answer, but I don't know what the answer is. How do you make, to quote EC earlier in this, how do you make millionaires care? How do you make them care?
Yeah.
And and there is no easy answer to that question.
And that leads me into Draymond Green's comment, and they had him up there, and he just irked me all the way around because I think he had some points he was trying to make. I think his delivery, he's just a a-hole of a person. If you let me say that word, he comes across, and I'm gonna use the word he liked to say. He keep making asinine statements. You know what I'm saying? Because he can, because he's Draymond, and he think he speaks for everybody. And
Mm-hmm.
I love the way Oscar Robertson sunned him. Draymond makes his comments saying the league is boring, and Oscar Robertson to him a new one. Called him out by name. Draymond don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Thank you, Big O, for
Big O.
and that went viral.
Yeah, good. I love that.
You know, the game is boring, and like, bro, what do? Pass the ball to Steph. Pass the ball now to Jimmy Butler. That's what you do, but the game is boring.
And then get a rebound,
and get a rebound here and there, and piss off people like Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson. Piss them off and get them off the team because you are so weird. You know,
you're less effective version of Dennis Rodman.
Exactly.
You can't close your mouth when you run. Why can't he close his mouth? Somebody comment to me, why can't he close his mouth?
Right. And then his comments towards the Rising Stars, he said the Rising Stars should not be out here. And like I said, these ones, I understand what he's trying to say because of the way that the normal All-Star game was supposed to be. But at the end of the day, why not have the Rising Stars go out there and compete with you guys? Because you got to make you guys play basketball. And that's exactly what happened. I wish they just said, you know what, let's take both Alls and the best of both the Rising Stars and play against the All-Stars. You know what I'm saying? The 12 guys that made the team, you know what I'm saying? Or all 22 guys that made the team, let's go back and forth, play 2 games. You know what I'm saying? East versus West in both, and then see what happens and do a 4-man.
And that would be more competitive.
Like that.
That would be more competitive for sure.
Because I remember when Russell Westbrook did the Rising Stars. We knew after that game that this kid was going to be something serious because the way he tore into that Rising Star competition, like he forget what y'all talking about. I'm running the court, layups, dunks, whatever. He just took over and won MVP because he was that guy. That was my first time seeing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they only put us in charge, we could fix all their problems in one season. Season, we could fix all the problems.
Now, Coach D-Wade, this is to you. So typically in an All-Star, once you're named the All-Star, you get the credit for being All-Star, but if you're either hurt, injured, or choose to be on load management where you decide not to play, you'll still keep your All-Star status, but then they will recommend and put somebody in your space and pull them up to an All-Star status. LeBron James, they say Z-Man, so U.S. versus world can be interesting after what? Exactly. Do that.
But there ain't enough world. There ain't enough world. I'm sorry. I'm not going to interrupt, but there ain't enough world. Because if you look at the All-Stars who are legitimate All-Stars, there's only about 8 to 10 that are international. So now we're talking about, 24 players total? I think it's 24, yeah. So now we're talking about 14 should be USA, but if we even it up, now we're talking about 4 international players that shouldn't be an All-Star over the homeschool guys.
Right.
So I love that idea, Z-Man. I am for it, but we're not there yet. We're about 10 years away from what you just suggested, and it's just me looking into it today. Go.
G is talking about the Harlem Globetrotters. I tell you, they play serious ball too.
And Z-Man, welcome to the party, bro. Better late than never, man. Good to see you.
G is cracking me up about the Harlem Globetrotters. I mean, if it's going to be a scripted show, might as well have Harlem Globetrotters out there. They'll at least give us something. Can
our NBA All-Stars do what the Harlem Globetrotters do? There's a competition for you.
Exactly. Yeah, make it scripted. But LeBron James decided at the last minute that he wasn't going to play, robbing somebody of an All-Star spot. Coach D-Wade, how you feel about that?
You know, guys, y'all don't really want me to go there. You just really don't.
Please do. Please do.
LeBron James is going to go down in history as one of the greatest to ever put a uniform on. Deservingly so. I am so tired of him and his mouth and his antics.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope I answered your question.
Yeah.
You know, you got to do what you wanted to do. You got your son on the team with you. And you got to say you're the only person to ever do that. So, bro, it's time for you to go up, get upstairs in the front office or whatever next move is going to be. But, yeah. So,
what you got, J-Dub?
Same, more of it. He knew he wasn't going to play. My LeBron fanhood has evolved during his career, and he, just like he said, he's he's probably the greatest athlete to ever play any sport. We're talking about just straight athleticism. He's probably number one. I can't even think of a number two. Bo Jackson, maybe number two.
That's good.
But his time has come. He's made enough of an impact on the league. He set the records he needed to set. He is that guy. He is him. It's just another nonsense thing that he did, and he didn't have to, and he can get away with it because of who he is.
Yeah.
And I mean, I hope he's done this year. If not this year, I hope he's done next year for sure.
And the crazy thing about it, and JW and I talk about this, I mean, EC, LeBron, if he wanted to and accept a little bit different role, he could play for 3 or 4 or 5 more years.
Easy.
But
Easy.
I don't know why he would do that, because he's got more money than he'll ever be able to spend.
Right.
So I don't know what the motivation would be at this point. But
I mean, now that you got Luka, can you be second fiddle to a NBA championship? That'll help his legacy a little bit. Right? He still won't be Jordan, but he can solidify his number 2 spot.
Yeah.
And to people that are watching, this whole LeBron, this is not like Kobe Bryant, who got named to an all-star selection after he was hurt most of the year, and he came out and publicly said, hey, I didn't want to be an all-star this year because I didn't want to rob somebody else of that spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then he respectfully let them know that he wasn't going to play. He kept his all-star status, but they let them choose someone else in that spot, and I forgot who they chose in that spot. LeBron James could have done the exact same thing and said, you know what, listen, I know I'm Ellen. Thank you for the selection, but let's put somebody
– Darren Williams? I think it was Darren Williams.
It may have been.
Go ahead.
But like Giannis Antetokounmpo didn't play. He showed up, he suited up, but he didn't play, but they named his replacement, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. Kyrie got in because somebody chose not to play at the last minute, you know? They was rooting for the other guy, the Clippers. I forget his name. They wanted to get him in. I thought he should have gotten in besides Harden. But the other guy from the Clippers, I forget his name, he should have got in, you know? And so there were a lot more players that was more deserving, or not more deserving than LeBron James, because LeBron James. But if you're going to stand down, keep your all-star selection, but let somebody else play the game. And I don't, and it's like you sitting on the sidelines. He made a statement saying that he wasn't going to show up. He called somebody and said, I'm not going to show up until Sunday. So he was nowhere around the whole weekend. He stayed out of San Francisco the whole weekend, showed up on Sunday, and then announced as he get there that I'm not going to play the game. I was like, that is straight questionable, and that's selfish.
Lame.
He's been there for too long. He's been that guy for too long. He's lost touch of what fanhood is. He's lost touch of what the people who. The reason why he made so much money, what we want to see. Again, he's incredible. He's the best athletic specimen we've ever seen. He's a top 5 NBA player of all time without argument.
Right.
None of us can argue that he's in the top 5.
Oh yeah.
But his time has come where he needs to step away into the shadows and do what Coach D-Way said and find a GM position or a front office position. So
or buying a team, whatever he wants to do.
Right.
Man, podcast. You and JJ Redick started a podcast. JJ gonna be coaching for a minute, so you continue the podcast.
Yeah.
And it was good.
It was good. You got 3 million followers,
awesome.
Man. Yeah, continue the podcast, and then you'll be the new Shannon Sharp or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
Y'all, once again, I just want to I keep apologize for Spectrum, y'all, and I don't know what to do because I need to get me a.
But it's been good tonight. It's been good. We only had twice to fill it.
It's been chopping me up, but y'all, we're gonna fix this. I promise you, we're gonna fix it. I've been calling Spectrum, and they've been trying to give me tips and pointers, and ain't none of this stuff been working. With that being said, man, it's been a great night. Once again, y'all, this show, if you guys watch the show, you know we heavily support women's basketball. And if you missed anything that we showed, any of these clips we showed from Juju Watson, from Ezzie Fudd, from the Notre Dame team led by Hannah Hidalgo, if you missed the Unrivaled League, the one-on-one with our girl Nafisa Collier winning the whole thing, listen, I don't know where you've been this weekend. If you don't sold out for men's basketball, I get it. I totally understand, but shame on you if you miss anything of all this greatness that the women have been going on.
Amen.
So even the game on January the 9th between LSU and Tennessee, trust me, go back and watch that highlight. They played again this past weekend, but not this past weekend. Go back to that 87-89 game. That was a phenomenal game. It came down to the last second with LSU doing their thing, man. But y'all, women basketball has been climbing.
Y'all watch out for Texas. Taylor Jones.
Texas, they on the rise, but they're on the rise. So y'all, y'all, I mean it. Y'all think we just trolling? No, this is real stuff. We've been in this thing for a minute. We just ain't jumped on the WNBA or women's basketball. We've been in this thing for a minute because of the newfound popularity. We're now coming out and let you guys know we've been here, and we're trying to let you guys know what you've been missing. So check it out, man. Unrivaled League is still going on to the end of March. And then there you have it. We're getting ready for March Madness in the next couple of weeks. Get your picks in early. Start deciding how you're going to run your pick. Do your bracket right now. And just do your homework, man. We'll see you guys next week.
All number 1 C's, baby. All number 1.
Coach D-Way, what are your final words?
You know, and Jada and I talked about this. I am so looking forward to the women's March Madness. I can't stand myself. There are so many good teams and so many good players. And if I'm a broken record. If you're going to tell me that you're a sports guy, if you're going to tell me you're a big basketball person and you're not following WNBA, then you're a liar and you sit in a throne of lies.
The throne of lies.
That's a stepbrother. Listen, I'm just going to backdoor him. And say, I just want to see what these young ladies do when they know everybody's watching them. What does Beckers do? What does Lauren Betts do? Juju's already proven she's going to do what she does. What does Hannah do? So it's easy to lose track of any sport during the minutia of the season. But when it comes down to the playoffs or the tournament or, postseason, whatever we want to call it, these young ladies, especially in women's basketball, are fixing to show us why we should continue watching them at the next level.
Facts. I love it, man.
Amen.
Yeah.
Y'all, well, everything they said, I agree with. Continue to watch and support women's basketball. But, if you're not in women's basketball, watching basketball, period, men's, whatever, is great too. We love our men. We haven't given up our men. We just picked up the women's. I just want to let y'all know that. So we ain't trading one for the other. We all hoopers. We love the game of basketball. So I go out and watch elementary kids play. I go out and watch J-Dub coaches. So, So,
yesterday, I went to a high school basketball game in Great Falls, Montana. What am I doing that for, right? Because I just enjoy it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's what it is, y'all. Yo, this been your boy EC22, the FairWeather Fan Channel, man. Thanks my boy Jada and Coach D-Way for joining us, man. We'll see you next Tuesday, man, same time. But before we go, please like, subscribe, share, join the conversation, leave comments, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks, y'all. And we are out.